You guys, this is my last lecture after literally waking up at 8:30, 3 lectures in a row, so it was obviously nap time. Hey Maddsters, welcome to SI 110 or Introduction to Information. University of Michigan has a School of Information which kind of focuses on like UX design and that kind of stuff, so you would apply for that major as a sophomore and then do it your junior and senior year. So SI 110 is one of the prereqs for that, which is why I took it, because I was somewhat interested in it, I guess. I was like, well, might as well take it. So I took it. Let me tell you, it was a tough one, okay? The concepts were not difficult, fairly simple, just like about information. I don't know, not a huge fan of it. It was a standard hour-and-a-half lecture, twice a week, plus a 1-hour discussion. So it was okay. It was just like third hour-and-a-half lecture in a row, okay? On, what was it, Tuesdays and Thursdays. So at the end of the day, I was just dying. So I struggled to stay awake in that class. I really, really, really did. And it was one of the classes that was super far. So it was in the School of Public Health, which is up next to Markley. So I had to blast from East Hall up to the School of Public Health. So I would be like running almost in my parka, in my boots, sit down, literally sweating and just so exhausted. So it was a tough class. Let me just say that. Overall, lectures, kind of dry, really just lots of reading off the slides and stuff, but not extremely difficult. I did really like my GSI though. But how we did it, it was kind of, they called it like a gamified class. So everyone starts with 0 points. And then you do various assignments to like build up your points. I believe there's 5 quizzes that were in class. You had 15 minutes just all open notes, all on your own. The remaining 5 minutes was like you could talk to whoever you wanted. So like the class would just like start talking, compare answers and whatnot. That was a really interesting way to do it. And then during COVID, like when we got sent home, we did it online. So there's like this huge Google document that we like shared. And it was so funny because like one time, since almost the whole class is like on that Google document, like we got one answer wrong collectively. So like literally no, everyone got the same score. And it was all like, I don't know, 15 out of 20 or something, which was annoying just because like each question was like 5 points or something. So yeah, that was like just kind of funny, but nothing too big. The quiz questions are kind of in depth. There are readings each week or lecture. I guess it would help probably to read. I do believe that I read most of it. And then you also had 3 2 to 3 page papers. So you either had to read an article, there are like 10 articles to choose from, and write a paper. You could do 3 of those, or you could like watch a video and write about that. I believe you had to read 2 of the articles and then write the papers, and then your third paper could be like a video or like a lecture. It'd be like an extra credit lecture kind of thing where you'd go to this event on campus and then write about it. So there were those options. I was so mad. Like I did so bad on all of them. I even met with the GSI. I'm like, what am I missing here? So that was just kind of a struggle, very frustrating for me because I'm like, I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And she's like, no, you're not. I believe you could do 5 and then you count your best 3 or something like that. And then the final project was the Occupy social media. So that was when I got TikTok. So I'm still totally against TikTok just because it like sucks up your time, But I had to download TikTok and then I got addicted to it, of course, but I deleted it again, so it's fine. And you had to basically like occupy it. So you had to like set goals for yourself, be like, okay, I'm gonna post like 5 TikToks, see how I interact, like see, kind of like figure out how to use the platform, stuff like that. So that was okay. It was like a 8 to 10 page report about it. I wrote about like filter bubbles and like the For You page and stuff like that. So overall, I did fairly well in that class. The lectures were just really boring. I wish I did better on the assignments. Like I did fine, so it was whatever. But the assignments, it was just a lot of writing and I would say a lot of busy work. I would rate this class probably a B- just because I found it really boring and like I said, like a lot of writing, a lot of busy work, which I was not a fan of. However, it was fairly simple, fairly straightforward. You definitely had to put in that effort in order to do well on your papers. I did have a friend in it, Arjun was in it, so we were actually in the same discussion. But yes, I would say only take this class if you're interested in actually applying to the School of Information and if you like to write papers. It was basically all writing papers. No materials that I remember that you needed, so that was good. At least you didn't have to pay extra for it. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions, and bye, Maddsters!